back in. Look at that. Right, so not far gone. It went up like 0.004 or 5 from where I was recording, where I stopped recording to where I started recording again. We are clearly not very far up on that. That's good, right? It's getting there slowly. That's getting there. That's good. Right, we're actually gaining lots more energy as a result. Oh, Prestigium went up. I watched the number go thing. Look at that. It's now actually once every 6 minutes, which is nice. That number's going to continue to come down. But this is what we're trying to improve. That's the important part. Because I want to do this one here, and we don't need aluminium for this one, which is fantastic. Which means I can dump all of our aluminium into here, because once every 6 minutes is actually not bad. But I'm not spending the titanium, because I want to. You know I want to spend the titanium, I can't help myself. But getting the aluminium out, that's good. That's good. We are at 0.08% out of the observable universe. So we're nearly only 100th of the way. No, is that right? Hang on, 0.1 times 10 is 1%. No, we're 1,000th of the journey. Which, given how long we've been going, I mean, I'm hoping that this will cover the whole of June, one episode at a time. I think I'm settling on that. And you'll know before you won't know before I do. But by the time you're watching this episode, you will already know. Whereas I'm recording this and I'm not 100% sure. I'm like, I think 75% sure. It depends, because it's almost all... I can't do it for May. I mean, I could release one for today. I could. I don't know. I don't know. We could do one every day for the next month. We could say May Space. And soon it's going to be May the 4th. And then we can have the joke about the Revenge of the 5th. Tee-hee. Sorry, such a bad joke. But I like it. It's funny. Well, I find it... I didn't even know about it up until a friend of mine told me the joke. And I was like, that's actually not bad. So we need to be 53 billion. No. Trillion. Done that. No, it is billion, right? No, that's... Yeah, that's million, right? That's billion. We're not a trillion, thank... Insert deity here. I'm going to say thank Escher, even though Escher's not a deity, but he does do things about warping minds and space and whatnot. But we're up to 11% chance, which means our titanium is going to go up quite quickly. Because we need so much titanium, I'm not going to press the button to get more of that. Where are we on this? We are just over... I mean, if we assume this is 25%, because that makes sense, 25, 50, 75 full, then we're about halfway. So we're about 13%, because 12.5% is halfway, but I don't think we're there yet. So how much do we need? 2.6. So we're going to need a lot of that. So I'm going to get some more of this. Because it will help us gain more titanium. And that's the overall goal at the moment. We need more titanium. Because we're running out of elephants. I mean, technically we are running out of elephants. I've talked about that before. So where were we last episode? Last episode I was talking about maybe moving to Colorado. Now don't get me wrong. That depends on whether or not I'm allowed in the country. Because I've heard that if you criticise our dear leader, Mr. Trump, you can be, refused access to the country. Now I'm assuming, depending on how much money you've got, like if I had, say, 100 million in the bank, he might not say no. I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to have 100 million in the bank when I retire to wherever I retire to. I mean, I'm not due to, like, don't get me wrong, I am retired, but that's only on a technicality, and that doesn't matter why or what. But currently I don't have 100 million in the bank, so that might make it tricky, I'll be honest. That's why I haven't moved out there already. Although I love Britain, I do, I love it. It's such a nice place, right? You get proper seasons. Now, you don't get me wrong, I've been to Michigan. You get seasons there. I've been to some other places that have seasons too. But also, you don't get Denny's or IHOP in Britain. And even if they did, they wouldn't be as good. Because there's just something about the way the British do fast food, it just doesn't really work. Like, for some reason, like, McDonald's is pretty close to the American McDonald's, but it's still not quite there. I prefer the American McDonald's flavours. I think that's probably because of the stuff that we allow to be put in food. Because our legislation is much stricter than the food regulations in America. Now, that's a reason why I don't necessarily want to move to America, because I quite value like organic food which doesn't have stuff in it. Right? Now, in Britain, you don't have to worry as much about, oh, I'm going to buy this thing, wonder if it has loads of gubbins in it that I don't want. And the answer to that is generally, no, it doesn't. I can just buy beef, and provided I buy it from the right place, and don't get me wrong, that's a lot easier in Britain. Most supermarkets, you can buy beef which doesn't have food colourings in it, or added chemicals, or additives, or preservatives. You can just buy beef, right? Whereas I know that some places, like the one that's run, so we have a version of Walmart over here. It used to be a company called not Morrison's, it was Asda, right? But Asda then got bought out by Walmart, and the prices went down, which was good, but the quality isn't as good. It's alright, but it ain't as good. There's nothing you can do about that, sadly. But, you know, you guys have got a lot more farmers, so if you get friendly with a farmer, you can get, you know, better gubbins that way. I can go to the farmer and get my stuff for cheaper than I could in Britain, because we just don't have enough land. Right, such is life. Ooh, we're up to 10.3. We shaved 11 seconds off. Fancy. like I said, diminishing returns. It started off at 3600, and now at 10 times it's just going slower. So we're going to need 100 before we get to whatever it is, 36 seconds, I guess. There or thereabouts, which would be nice, because we'll actually get there quicker and quicker as we're going quicker and quicker, because the generation happens quicker and quicker. But like I say, it's diminishing returns, so as much as I'd like it to be quicker, there's not much I can do except for buying them, and I don't mind doing that. I'm just not going to. I want to click this button so we get more aluminium, and then we can get more titanium as a result, but I'm not doing it that way. I'm doing it because I just want to save up to 15,000 so I can click this button. Yes. Now I could do this and get more titanium a second when it does proc. Wait, let's wait for it to proc, and then I'll press this button a few times. Well, hang on, how much do we need? We need a lot. We would need about 50 million iron to be able to press that button 5 times. And you know I like using the number 5. Oh, actually, I can do that now anyway. 2.7 million per click. It's going to get to the point where pressing it is going to be expensive compared to pressing other things. But, you know, I can live with that. Because if I couldn't, that would be a bit of an extreme position to take, right? I'm playing a game and not being able to live with the result, it would be pretty rubbish. And I'm not going to press that. I mean, actually, I probably could, couldn't I? Because it doesn't affect titanium. And that's the only one that really matters. Yeah, not bad. Might do that. I mean, I'm definitely going to do that. That would be silly not to. Yeah, so once we get to, I don't know, 53, is it? Yeah, about that. Maybe 54. 54 billion energy. Or it's more than that now, isn't it? No, it's not. It's 50. I went through that earlier in the episode. So yeah, that'd be nice. But Colorado is beautiful. Beautiful. I'd like to go to Florida just to have a look at it. But I don't know that I would go to any of the Disneyland or whatnot. I might go to the Galaxy's Edge if it's still open by the time I get there. But I also would need to have, like, I don't know, $25,000 or something in order to be able to enjoy myself there. I hear Disney World is quite expensive. And I'd imagine you only need to go for a weekend, right? And although I like Disney stuff, because I do, like, what's the one? Is it Hercules? Hercules was quite good. I quite like Mulan. Little Mermaid was great. You know, it was only because Meg was awesome in Hercules, if I'm honest. She was great. But yeah, like, don't know. There's better things to do than go to Disneyland. It's like I wouldn't go see Shamu the killer whale. If Shamu the killer whale is still there, that is. But, like, I love the ocean. I am terrified of the deep blue. I don't think I'd like to go into the big blue. I don't like cruises. I've been on a few. I couldn't stand it. Like, it just seems so much like Death from Below to me that it's intimidating is all I've got to say on the matter. And I'm not sure I'm into it. I've just realised if I don't press the button, right, gotcha, what I should do is spend up where I can. So, right, do that. Is there anywhere else I can spend? No, not yet. Right, now, if I press that button, what are we losing? Ah, yes, silicon. Where can I spend silicon at? I don't think I can. Right, well in that case, boink. That was worth it. Because now, look at our multiplier. 62 times where we were. We're at 20,000. However many, whatever it is. Light years per second. I mean, that's really fast. Like, really fast. We're up to 48 titanium per second. And we're up to 11.6%. Like, it's worth it. It's been good. That's a lot of iron, though, isn't it? We need more iron. We need more titanium. And we need more aluminium. The aluminium's still a holdback. I'm surprised about how much aluminium we actually need. And I don't think that blue bit is actually growing. I thought it would. I don't know that it is. I could be wrong, but it doesn't look like it is. I thought it was. I said that like 5 times now, but I think it's just static and it's supposed to look pretty or something. Who knows? Who knows? Not me. We're up to 32 prestigium. That's pretty good. Look at that. Look at that. Oof. Oof. It's nice. It's nice, I tell you. We're nearly at 5 minutes. I mean, we're not. It's 40 seconds more than 5 minutes, but right, that's not bad, is it? Right, by the end of this episode, we'll have a bunch more. We'll be at like 37 or something, which is pretty amazing. Right, so hang on. How much? We're at 7,600. That's the wrong button. I don't want to press that one. This is the one that we want to press. Oh, I better press that one. Get some more energy coming in. Because soon this number's going to get so huge, right, that we're going to be able to just keep pressing it, this button, because this will go up so very quickly. Like at 20 million ago, right? And we need... So what's that? 20 million. It's like 100 seconds or something, right? No, that can't be right, surely. I mean, it might be right. No, 20 million, 100 seconds, 1,000 seconds. No, hang on. 10 seconds, 100 seconds, 1,000 seconds. 1,000 seconds. Right, so we can press this button like 3 times a game. An episode even, right? Wait for it. 3, 2, 1. Ding. We're up to 11,000. 11,000. We get 17 million now. That's amazing. What's our tachyons like? Wow, that was worth it. Right, our tachyons are well quick. I say well quick. That's a very British thing to say. It's well quick, innit, blood? That was worth it. Oh, hang on. I can press this button too. 12.3%. I mean, that's some big bonuses we're there. I'd love that to be reduced some. So let's see. Oh, so we started at 0.08 and we're now up to 0.12. That's pretty good. Getting there. We're cutting into the distances. I want to click on this button some more. You know, do the water mining thing. I'm not going to, because obviously I'm not going to. But because once our resistances start to proc, you know, it's going to be worth it. But this one, right, it's this here. Oh, actually, 5 billion, 1.4. I can press that. Let's do it. That was worth it. I mean, was it? Was it really? I don't know. I don't know it was. I feel disappointed by it, if I'm honest. But, you know, an extra 1 is going to speed it up slightly. Not a lot. We're up to 34 now. It's 321 seconds. It's good. You know, I'm a little bit gutted, right? Pressing this button here, get 10 minutes worth of resources. Did that give us enough of this for 10 minutes worth? I don't know. Honestly, I wasn't looking. And I probably should have been. I'll do that next episode. I mean, we're definitely going to need 1 more episode. Definitely. So much for us only needing 1 or 2 more episodes. That's me told, isn't it? Where are we? Still at 0.12. Right, are we? We are. I'm going to press the completely ineffective buttons. That's a useless page. I'd like to see a timer on this page, honestly. See this number ticking down. That'd be cool. Because I'm watching the record bar is on the left side of this, right? And it's got, I am currently 18 minutes 40 seconds in, right? So it's going pretty good. And don't get me wrong, right? Our aluminium is going up more quickly than it was because we're gaining resources quite fast. Like, I'm not sure where the extra rate of aluminium growth is coming from, but it is. Can't be that far away, right? Is this the Kate Bush remix by DJ Rap? I think it is. If you like the original, it is a good tune. Tune. I like that word. Tune. There you go. Right. We're still not up to 35. It's okay, because I can't press that button. I could have sworn I was going to be able to press that button. I'm not going to actually swear though, that'd be rude. I mean, I could. I'm not going to. I refuse. I'm too polite for such nonsense. We're so close. Ah. There's only one answer for this, which is let's harvest some more aluminium, right? Because the more aluminium we harvest, the quicker we get aluminium, and the quicker, titanium, and the quicker we get titanium, the quicker we can press that button on the engineering page. That's what I want. I want it. Precious. I mean, that's a lot of aluminium we've got, don't get me wrong. We're going up at a rate of knots by comparison to when we first started the game, getting one aluminium. At whatever it was, 0.1% chance to get one aluminium, like 1 in 1,000 chance to get an aluminium per tick, and now we've got like a 12% chance, 12.5% chance to get 49 aluminium. It's close. It's not close. It's not that close at all. I want our energy to start ticking up more quickly as well, honestly. Okay, so 21 minutes and 10 seconds, give or take. We went up to there. Oh, look. Nearly there. Can't press that. There was something I was going to do. I don't remember what it was, but it was. Oh, I was going to check this page. It was that page that I was going to check. How far away are we from getting another energy booster? Quite a bit. Something like 100 seconds or something. So, hang on, 21 minutes. So, at 26 minutes of recording, we should get some more. Oh, I can press that button again. That was the point. That's why I went there. Our tachyons are producing much speed. We have nothing else that we can collect from the tachyons. I'm not going to revisit this game, I don't think. I think I've had enough of this. When it finishes. So have you ever heard of Tim Minchin, the Australian musical comedic person? Comedian, that's the word, comedic person. Yeah, the Australian musical comedian, or comedy musician? Comical musician? Anyway, he sings funny songs. He does tell some jokes, but it's mainly funny songs. Very funny. Very funny. He went on a chat show with a guy called Jonathan Ross in Britain, and he went on it a couple of times, and he sang twice specially crafted songs for Jonathan Ross, and it was very funny. He's done some other ones, so he did a song called Prejudice, which I would thoroughly recommend you look up, and it is a song about prejudice. It's well worth looking up. Very funny. The guy's a very funny man. Very talented pianist as well. Right, thoroughly worth investigating if that's your sort of jam. If you like comedy, check it out. He also did a song about the Pope. It's very rude. It's also very good, and you'll work out what it's about once you've listened to the song. So I'm not going to explain it, but be aware, like, it is crass, but it's definitely worth listening to. And if you then want context, look up why he wrote the song, because the church were not very happy with him. But he had a point. But yeah, very funny guy, very funny guy. Do you have a favourite comedian? Like, of all the comedians you've seen and or heard, who's your favourite? Who was the best live one that you saw, or something along those lines? Like, I saw a guy called Dave Gorman. He was very good. Stuart Lee is probably my favourite of the ones who are still alive. I really like Bob Newhart. He's very funny. He does things like he did this whole sketch about, imagine being an operator on a phone at the bomb disposal place, and somebody rings you up and goes, I found a shell on the beach. And it's a whole story. It's about him finding an explosive on the beach, but, you know, he's a very funny comedian. Richard Pryor was brilliant, really, really funny guy. Robin Williams, another really great comedian. There's a lot of them out there if you know where to look. And maybe that a lot of it is about personal preference, obviously. You know, just because I like one doesn't mean you will. Look at that. Oh, well, hang on. No, that's not going to be close. Oh, no, we're about a minute away from more Prestigium. And we're not far away from... Is that a 9? That is a 9, right? One more tick. Come on. Tick. Tick. Boom. Wow, that was a massive amount of extra. That doesn't make sense. That went up by like 20. I'm not going to argue. 20,000 as well. So hang on. Let's see how much skill 4 has gained. Oh. That's gone up by a factor of 10. That was 2,000, right? And now it's... No, that's a factor of 100. It was 2,000. Now it's 202,000. That's a massive amount. That was worth it. I mean, it cost us Prestigium, so it might not have been worth it. But I think it probably was, because we're now back up to 35, right? And it took us so long to get there. Well, it took us a long time to get there, but look, we're at 15 million. At 50,000 light years a second, and we're nearly at the point where I can press the button for more growth. I'm going to get our... Where do we need to be? I can't remember. 12 point something. So 13 million. That. We're nearly at 13%. We've got a long way to go, right? A long way to go. But I'm not pressing the energy, the black hole button yet. I want to get, I want to spend our, whatever it's called. There is a word for it. I can't remember what it is, but there is a word. And once we get there, our iron, that's the one. We need to spend our iron, and it needs to be at 13 million iron before we can spend our iron. But we've already got 780 titanium, right? That's actually growing pretty quickly. Right, I'm quite pleased about that. We just need to keep it going, right? Oh, I wasn't on the right page. Square. Oh, it's No Scrubs by TLC. I had a video of somebody I know doing. He was very drunk, and he was singing it in the pub. So I recorded him so he could watch himself, and then I deleted it immediately because he was very embarrassed. I'm not friends with him anymore. Maybe I should have kept it, but actually I'm not friends with him anymore. So why would I keep it? Right? Oh. I think this is Destiny's Child again. Which one is this? This is... Oh no, it's Bootylicious this time. I don't think you're ready for this jelly, apparently. I mean, I don't have any jelly. I have jam. I suppose it depends on how you look at it. So I've got jelly in the concept. Oh, I have actually got jelly in British Concept. My mum made some. She gave me some in a little container to take away. I like jelly. My brother likes it more. His favourite pudding of all time is jelly and ice cream. So for his birthday one year, I made him a big tub of jelly with mango in it. So strawberry jelly with mango slices in it. And he was just over the moon because he loves strawberry jelly. It's his favourite. Which is funny because it's not my favourite. My favourite is it's got mango in it, but it's not jelly. It's a meringue sort of dish that my mum makes. I probably mentioned this before, but my mum is an exceptional cook. Honestly, I think, had she been given the opportunity, she could have opened a restaurant and people would have just been over the moon about how her food tastes. I have so far yet to meet anybody who has disliked her food. Of the people who've tried it, obviously. I mean, I'm sure there are people who haven't tried it who can easily say, I didn't like it, just to be contrarians. But the reality is, she makes fantastic noms. Although, to be fair, she's in her 70s now. Won't be long before she's not making noms. She's gonna be dead. That's a thing, isn't it? Like facing one's own mortality by the recognition that one's parents are at the point of, you know, going to be dead soon. Yeah, I clicked the button for the, it put us back on the iron, but it was worth it. I mean, should I increase that? I could, couldn't I? We don't really need the silicon anymore. Slowly work towards the number. Yeah, look at that. Can't believe we're at 50,000 light years a second. That's really helped. Not sure just how that maths works out, if I'm honest, because it just said, you know, bonuses upon whatever it is, but still, based on our resistances. But it was good, right? That number is going up pretty swift now. Is that enough? I think it might be. Hang on. Let's have a look. Yes, it is. We can get to 50 now. Amazing. So this is nearly enough. Just wait for a second or two. There we go. Right, that's good. Which means I can press this button. Boink. Press that one. Like that. 22.5, and we're up to 36 prestigium. Nearly 5 minutes. One every 5 minutes. That's amazing. Still, like, plus 3 light years per second from all resistances, but I don't know what that actually relates to. Is that... Oh wow, the next one is 6 prestigium. I mean, to be fair, we are generating prestigium quite quickly, but that's an hour's worth nearly. Oh, it's not. Hang on, 1 every 5 minutes. It's half an hour's worth, I think. Yeah, that's right, it's half an hour's worth. It's still a lot, though. I'm not sure it's worth the investment at the moment, because this and this, these two are... This isn't... Well, I mean, it's good. Speed multiplier. Devise this. No, that's not it. Gain the speed boost equal to prestigium, right? That's good, and that's good. We went up by 10. Fantastic. Numbers going up pretty well. Let's have a look at the amount of tachyons we've got. Million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. That's a lot. I can't press that button again, which is probably a good thing. Wow, we're up to 0.2%. I mean, that's made a big difference, right? It's going up. Is it going up visibly, though, or is it just taking its sweet ass time? Oh, it's going up. I mean, it is going up quickly, just not as quickly as I'd like. There's nothing I can do about it, obviously. I mean, there's some stuff we can do about it. But this isn't really going up quickly. This is not doing its thing correctly. I mean, it is, but it isn't. We're going to have to pump silicon in there to get that going quicker. But what I want to do is do this and just watch as our number gets bigger quickly. Because I don't like the amount of time it's going to take us to get there. It's not really worth worrying about, right? Although, having said that, now our aluminium is not growing quickly. But we'll get to like 65,000 or something, because it goes up so fast now. I mean, alright, maybe we'll go a little bit further. I don't know. Should I go for the devil value? No, apparently not. Right, let's go back here and keep that on. And I'll go back in here and do this. Because the more I spend here, the less I can spend on this. Because I keep spending our titanium. And that's probably the way forward, right? Once our titanium level hits 15,000 or so, then I won't get a choice. You know? But we're getting 50 titanium every time it ticks, and we're getting quite a lot, right? 13.3% chance of 50 titanium. I don't know, what's that? Times it by 8 and then divide it by 50. So 8. So I divide 50 by 8, and that gives us our rough titanium per second. I mean, it's not accurate, it's a rough guesstimate, but it's not far off, right? Because it's essentially how many 13s are in 100, right? And then out of those 13s in 100 gives us to our value. So if we say 100 divided by 13.3, 7.5, right? So that tells us everything we need to know. I mean, it doesn't. So 50 divided by 7.5 means we get 6 2/3 titanium per second, or per tick, but it is per second. The tick is a second, roughly, which is nice because it's not far off, right? I'm going to put that up some. I'm going to put that up some. I'm going to go back into this room because every time we do it, we get more titanium per tick, right? So far, we have the ability to push it to 30% based on the amount of probes we have, or drones, or whatever they are. I would go and look, but we're going to be back on that page soon enough, and then we can look again. And then, you know, we'll be saving iron in the meantime, which is good. I don't think I'm going to spend any more silicon in here because I want to save the silicon for the other room, for our hydrogen tab, to increase our speed of pumping hydrogen in, because we have to get to 8 million or something, and we're only at 2 million. We've got a long way to go, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean, we're not even at 25% of the way there yet. So it's a long way. But we're up to 37 prestigium now, which is nice. We'll have a look in a minute. We'll see whether or not we're under 5 minutes yet. Ooh, this sounds like fish in a birdcage. It is, it's rule 43. So if I just keep saving on this page until we get titanium to like 1600, and then we can blow a whole bunch. No, that's not right, is it? Let's just not do that. Let's just go blow some iron in here. Not iron, aluminium. Aluminium is the thing we need to blow. Right, so we are 3 seconds shy of 5 minutes. Oh, that's going to keep accelerating. And then at some point we could just build some of these, I suppose, but 35 million aluminium is so expensive. We need to increase this so that this gives us more. I wish I could increase this chance here, because that would be worth it. I mean, it's still not bad, right? don't get me wrong, we're doing pretty well for it. We're just not doing better than I want. Or as good as I want. We're definitely not doing better than I want. And that doesn't make any sense. Oh, actually, now I think about it, we should be doing that roughly once every 40 seconds, right? Because 200,000 light years is worth it. Is it actually? Hang on, 200,000 light years versus our 70,000 per tick. So that's three ticks. So every second we do that warp button. I'm not sure it's worth it actually, now I think about it. I mean, it's not bad. It's an extra 3 seconds of travel. But at the speeds we're going, is it worth it? I don't know that it is. I think it's a lie. Yeah, fish in a birdcage use a lot of double bass. I like double bass. Double bass is rad. I'm funny about things like that. I don't know why I like certain things like that, but I do. I think it's brilliant. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like there to be a better way to increase our 1500 titanium for the next tick. Interesting. Yeah, I'd like there to be a better chance of getting aluminium in this game. And it doesn't like us. It's like, no aluminium for you. How many times do I have to tell you? You need to spend it all. Oh, it is. It's Skeletons. I can't remember who it's by. There's a song, a British sort of rap artist, or hip-hop artist. Hard Life is the name of the band or people. Anyway, yeah, Hard Life. Good. They're good people. They're good. Ooh, we got more prestigium because our speed ticked up quickly by like 2,000 light years a second. There was something I was thinking about in terms of pressing buttons wise. Oh yes, it was once every 40 seconds get 200,000. It's not really that important, is it? Let's be honest. 800 astronomical units per second is not really worth the button press. It's not worth the time to do it. Oh, that's more energy. Like it. I do like more energy. We're well over that, but I don't know that I want to spend the resources getting that up, because if I remember correctly, it's silly amounts of this when I'm trying to save for this. Like, we don't need to worry about pumping hydrogen per second. Collection of hydrogen per second. It's the pumping it bit. This one and this one are the problem. Oh, hang on, that's a point. That's going to go up as well. Yee. Not sure I'm happy about that there, Ted. No. That's not very good at all. Yeah, an extra 200 light years isn't really worth it. Right, this is kind of moot at this point. I'd just be doing it for the sake of upgrading it. Where are we? We're nowhere near. Don't do that. Stay underneath the cursor. Yeah, the video was quite good to this song as well. The Skeleton song was by Hard Life. It was quite a nice video. I could tell you what it's about, but honestly, you're better off going and listen to it. I think you'll enjoy it. I mean, I obviously think you'll enjoy it. I wouldn't have mentioned it otherwise, I suppose. That's pretty much how it goes, right? Right, I think we're at a point where I can do this. Look at that, 13.8%. That is getting better. We've added 0.5% of a chance each tick in the space of however long we've been pressing this forward. Not that long, actually. It's not. I suppose it's probably been most of the episode, but like, it's getting there. I mean, I'll be honest. If it's not about the random nonsense that I'm talking about, I expect this series to do pretty poorly. But I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because, like I've always said, I play games that I wouldn't normally play, or I wouldn't give myself the opportunity to play, because that's more accurate, because honestly I kind of have to. Otherwise, if I don't put them on the channel, there was the point in me playing them, because I'm not going to play them any other reason. Right? It's not how my brain doth. Wow, that was very Middle England. It's not how my brain do. Oh, Far Side, very nice. I've talked about them before. They're a LA-based rap group from like the 90s, maybe the 80s as well, but mainly the 90s. They're really good. Some of their songs are very funny. Most of it's just like chill rap. It's not very much about I'm going to shoot a guy. It's more like their experiences in life. So, you know, this one's quite motivational. You need to get up off of that BS and then stop playing that feeling. You know. Although, to be fair, I think he might be talking about something else. Now I listen to it a bit more carefully. I'm not actually listening to it more carefully, as a lie. 290 seconds. Once it gets to 270 seconds, we're 4.5 minutes in per tick. Which would be nice. I can't press this button yet. I want to press this button more often. I'm disappointed by the lack of button press. Hey, look at that. Went down again. It went down by 7 seconds. So diminishing returns, right? But our energy is going up massively. Well, I say massive. Massive is an overstatement of the truth, I think. I really want to spend the Prestigium. I'm not spending the Prestigium. I want to, but I'm not going to. It's too expensive to spend. Right, we're slowly getting there. I wonder if you can max out the titanium tab at all. Because it didn't look like the Mars tab was going to ever max out either, but it did. It got very large very quickly. I was quite surprised. But I'm spending stuff on I'm spending the amount of aluminium that I was hesitant to spend on the Mars tab for a long time because of how expensive I felt it was. Now it's kind of marginal in terms of how much it costs. Ooh. I think I can do this one and this one. Amazing. So where are we up to? 1535. 14%. Is it worth saving up to get? Wait. Oh, it was always 2,000, right? I'm not tripping. I mean, I might be tripping. I don't think these numbers have ever changed. Yeah, Prestigium costs the same amount as it's ever cost. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. But we're gonna need 6, and that's a lot. Like, it's a massive investment. Like, if it went to 2 and then to 3, that makes sense. But 6, I mean, I get it. We are generating them quite quickly, but that's not the point. Hey, look at that. We're up to 0.34%. That's, yeah, nice. I'm going to take advantage and do this. Let's get some extra speed on us. Oh, this is Dream Theater. So they're I can't remember what my friend, progressive rock, quite complicated guitar music, but it's beautiful. I can't remember the name of this one. I think it's The Way I Am or Who I Am or something like that. Let's have a look. As I Am. Oh, that was close. I wasn't actually that close at all, was I? Let's be honest. We're nearly at 40 Prestigium. Maybe I'll stop pressing this button at 40 Prestigium. Well, this page anyway. Look how quickly that's going up now. 100,000 light years a second before. I don't know. We'll see, won't we? If we get to 100,000, I'm going to go over it by a bit, because when we switch back, I'll show you what I mean in a second, right? Because when we switch back to that, oh no, we're still over 100,000 light years a second, which is amazing. And this is going to tick up. What about this one? Oh, that's not actually close. That hasn't gone up at all because we haven't been on the right setting for it. I'd like to be able to do both at once, but you can't. What's this called? This is exploit the fabric of reality. I don't want to exploit I do want to exploit the fabric of reality. Of course I want to exploit it. The fabric of reality must be exploited. Must be. So we need 1535. So we need another 400 of that. Interesting. 400 titanium. We'll have the aluminium to spend it. Oh, we're up to 40. Magnifico. Do you have a favourite language? If you do not speak, or if you speak a second language, do you have a favourite of all the ones you've heard? In fact, you probably don't even need to speak a second language to be able to say you have a favourite language in another language. I mean, I like random languages. Like, you know, in Turkish, the word thank you is ta-da, which always makes me chuckle because obviously, you know, what were you doing? I was doing a magic show. And what did you say at the end? Ta-da! I wonder if magicians know that that's actually a thing. You can also say teşekkür, which is a different way of saying thank you. I think it's more of a thank you very much in a more formal setting. I don't know. A friend of mine taught it to me. I might have mentioned her before, the journalist that I lived with for a while. She was fun. She was crazy. She was the first woman to ever do the Paris to Dakar rally successfully. I don't know if other women had tried it before her, but she was the first one to successfully do it. First female successful completionist. She used to love sitting and watching me play computer games because it was so foreign a concept to her, because she was born in like 1915 or something, 1904 maybe. Like, it was a very foreign concept to her, so she was just like, wow, this is amazing. It says a lot about like the differences in our generations, right? But that was a long time ago. She'd been dead a while now, unfortunately. Rest her soul, as they say. I would say God rest her soul, but I don't know that there is a God. For all I know, it's Buddha or Shiva, or there is no soul, or we blend with the Force, and then it's nothing you can do about it. Oh, I can do the thing. Boink. Cool. 123,000. Nice. Where are we at now? 0.41. That's gone up quite quickly, hasn't it? 40 prestigium. 40, 276. That'll be 271 or something now, won't it? Well, we can work it out, right? I have the technology. So let's work it out, just for the sake of it. So, 3,600 divided by 13.3. Yeah, I'm sure it'll round up to 271. But that's still good, right? Because this is what we're aiming at, this one and this one. And then I'll have to increase this by some. But that's fine, I don't mind doing that. We're close, or closer. Right, we're gaining, we're probably gaining more iron per second than we are aluminium. That may not be true. I can't tell. It looks like we are, honestly. Apparently aluminium's a bust. Go figure. And I don't mean like a marble carving of somebody from the midriff upwards, or from the shoulders upwards, I suppose. Yeah. So Dream Theatre were quite popular when I was younger, and I suppose at some point when I was younger, everything was popular, including the abacus. But the point is not that. What I'm getting at is, it got to the point where people would be like, "Really, you're listening to that?" And they became kind of passé and annoying to a lot of people, which I get, I suppose. It is a thing. We're at 41 Prestigium. Very nice. 4.5 minutes. Oh, actually, I was going to check. Does it round it up? It did not round it up. Fantastic. I mean, I bet it's... Because it should be 270.67, right? So actually, it should round it up to 271, but the internal tick monitor will probably take into account that 0.67 calculation, or part of the calculation, rather than anything else. So we'll get to 42 Prestigium by the end of the episode, I would presume. And when I say I presume, I mean I know we will, because guess what? I'm the one running the game. I can choose to stop it whenever I like. Now there's a good band. So this is a band called Extreme. The song that is currently on is Rest in Peace from their third album, 3 Sides to Every Story. And I love that expression as well. 3 sides to every story is a great expression because it says something which is, in my mind, completely valid. Because another way of phrasing it that I've heard, which I think is actually slightly more beautiful, is the truth is a 3-edged sword. I love that. Although, having seen swords which actually have 3 edges, you don't want to get hit by one of those. They're quite spiky and quite uncomfortable. But, I mean, we don't live in that world anymore. We live in a nicer world where swords aren't being used much. I say that because, actually, it won't be long if, the expression is World War III. I know what weapons World War III... Oh, no, I don't know what weapons World War III will be fought with, but I do know World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Which is possible. I mean, it is possible. I mean, it depends on how much you believe people are going to use nuclear weapons. This is taking a slightly more dark turn than I thought it would, but I don't believe people will use nuclear weapons in the way that people think nuclear weapons work, right? So it won't be like bombs like Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It'll be bombs like... It won't be the Tsar bomber, right? They're not going to... Nobody's crazy enough to drop a bomb that big on somewhere because, the collateral damage isn't worth it. You've made the place completely uninhabitable for 10,000 years and you poison the entire planet, which is going to be counterproductive. Not counting the retaliatory measures, right? The reality is there'll be very small nuclear weapons, like ones that have very little in the way of fallout, but they'd be good enough to wipe out, say, instead of having to have 10 bombers doing bombing runs on a platoon or a brigade of tanks, you could just drop one of these mini nukes, it'd wipe out the entire brigade and that's it. But there would be marginal fallout. And when I say marginal, you're talking, I guess, somewhere in the order of a year. Really minimal fallout. They've done pretty well in terms of minimising how much devastation a nuclear weapon causes now. It's quite magnificent in some respects, if you like that sort of technology. I'm a hard and fast, I love the technology. Give me a technology trees on Civilization, for example. Love it. I'm always disappointed as well when you get to the end of a technology tree and there's nothing, because you're like, oh, what's next? I like the new technology that they're using in this game. Just Stellaris has got a wonderful technology tree, and it talks about all this stuff. And then when you get to a certain point, it's just like, oh, increase this by 10%, increase this by 10%. It's like, boo! Give me proper technology. I demand it. We've not got to 42. I thought we would have got to 42. We've just hit an hour, right? But we didn't. I might push to 42 and then stop. And I'll click the buttons. There you go, 42. Right, and then I click the button. Well, hang on. I need to see. There's no buttons there I can click. That's fine. So boink, 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 boink. Right, and then we'll check here. We are half of 1%. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Take care. Bye.